dust in my throat, the road's my home. A shadow lingers where the sun won't dare. The devil's watching from his rocking chair. Riders in the shadows, ghosts in the haze, living by the moonlight, counting down the days. The whiskey burns, the sins take their toll. Outlaws ride with fire in their soul. Boot heels pounding on this hollow ground. The law's on my trail, but I won't be found. The stars are my compass, the night my shield. To the grave or glory I'll never yield. Riders in the shadows, ghosts in the haze, living by the moonlight, counting down the days. The whiskey burns, the sins take their toll. Outlaws ride with fire in their soul. The slide guitar cries like a banshee's wail. A life of sin leaves a cold black trail. Each breath I take feels like borrowed time, but I'd rather burn than toe the line. Riders in the shadows, ghosts in the haze, living by the moonlight, counting down the days. The whiskey burns, the sins take their toll. Outlaws ride with fire in their soul. The wind howls low through the canyon's throat. A bitter chill wraps my tattered coat. The ravens cry, it cuts the night. A shadowed song beneath the pale moonlight. Oh, the blackbird calls where the dead trees lean. In the valley deep where the past is seen. The ghosts of men, they ride the breeze. Their whispers cold as the winter seas. The gallows stand where the shadows crawl, a crooked frame that waits for all. But I'll keep riding till my sins are done, chasing the ghost of the setting sun. Oh, the blackbird calls where the dead trees lean, in the valley deep where the past is seen. The ghosts of men, they ride the breeze, their whispers cold as the winter sea. There's a creek running dry by the edge of the pines, where the moon wears a shroud and the crows draw the lines. A bottle of whiskey lies broke in the dirt, while the wind hums a hymn that'll tear through your shirt. Church bells are quiet, the preacher's long gone, left his Bible to rot in the weeds till the dawn. There's blood on the saddle, a gun in my hand, and the devil himself etched a mark in the sand. Oh, the shadows they call where the righteous won't tread, through the ash and the smoke round the graves of the dead. I've sinned and I've wandered, lost count of the toll, with whiskey and shadows to cradle my soul. The barns burnt to embers, the fields laid to waste, a ghost town of memories, bitter to taste. A widow in black wails a hymn to the sky, while the echoes of judgment drift lonely and dry. There's a rust on the stars, a crack in the night, and the wolves, they do whisper of sins out of sight. The crossroads are calling, their deal yet to seal, with boots on the gravel and fate in my heel. Oh, the shadows they call where the righteous won't tread, through the ash and the smoke round the graves of the dead. I've sinned and I've wandered, lost count of the toll, with whiskey and shadows to cradle my soul. The shadows they call where the righteous won't tread, through the ash and the smoke around the graves of the dead. I've sinned and I've wandered, lost count of the toll, with whiskey and shadows to cradle my soul. There's a churchyard cross on the edge of town, where the wind howls low and the pines bow down. The preacher's voice still lingers in the air, but the pews sit empty, nobody's there. candle's torch. The floorboards creak with a ghostly sigh, whispering secrets of days gone by. Oh, the ghosts in the pines, they call my name. Through the rusted chains and the weathered frame, they sing of sins and the love that died. In the darkened heart of the countryside, wells run dry but the whispers flow, telling tales of what the town won't show. A woman in white with a hollow stare haunts the holler like a song in despair. River runs black in the midnight's glow, carving paths through the hills below. A raven cries on a crooked limb, its mournful tune like a funeral hymn. Oh, the ghosts in the pines, they call my name. Chains and the weathered frame, they sing of sins and the love that died. In the darkened heart of the countryside, the wind it howls through the canyon's maw, a ghostly hymn, the devil's law. The prairie whispers secrets untold of broken men and hearts grown cold. Pistols gleam in the moon's faint light, shadows dance in the dead of night. The church bell rings a mournful toll for the sins that weigh upon my soul. The shadows of the plains do call, a reckoning beneath it all. The dust it settles on my weary frame as I walk this road of blood and shame. Whiskey burns like a lover's scorn, a fleeting warmth in a life forlorn. The graveyard hums with the songs of bones, a choir sung in hollow tones. A raven perches on the weathered cross, marking graves of love shame. The wind did howl through the canyon's throat, a mournful hymn where shadows float. The sagebrush whispers secrets untold under a sky of silver and cold. A whiskey bottle and a loaded gun. The devil rides when the day is done. Boots leave prints in the desert sand, a sinner's trail across the barren land. Oh, the prairie moans and knows my name, a ghostly call through the endless plain. Underneath the hollow pines, the wind it hums a hymn. A shadow moves through the broken boughs where the light grows dim. The earth is soft, the air is thick, a tale the crows won't tell. A quiet dread beneath the stars where angels fear to dwell. Oh, the night it swallows all, the moon a watchful eye, the echoes of the reaper's call, a song that won't run dry. In the shadows of the hollow pines where ghosts lay down to pray, a hymn of sorrow, love and sin to guide the lost away. There's a cabin by the blackened stream, its windows boarded tight. The whispers creep like smoke through cracks, a warning in the night. A lantern swings on rusted chains, casting fleeting light. The devil's hand feels close at hand to guide the lost away. On a ghostly steed, his eyes like burning coals. The ground it quakes beneath his heels, as if the earth it knows. He speaks no words, but his gaze it cuts, a blade of jagged steel. And all who cross his path will find their fate is surely sealed. They seem to weep, their branches bent and torn, as if they mourn the souls that pass, the ones who won't see more. The river runs as black as pitch, its song a mournful wail, a melody of the damned who tread this dark and twisted trail. Low through the canyon spine, shadows crawl where the sun won't shine. A bottle of whiskey and a loaded gun, I ride with the devil till the morning comes. The church bells toll, but they don't save. The preacher's voice is cold as the grave. A sinner's prayer lost in the dust. The road to redemption is coated in rust. Dust and ashes, blood and bone. The weight of the world cuts to the stone. A reckoning's coming, the hour draws near. The dark won't hide you from the things you fear. Cry as the night creeps in. The ghosts of the guilty wear a crooked grin. Every mile's haunted, every step's cursed. The river of sin is bound to burst. The moon hangs low like a judge's gavel, casting shadows on this lonesome gravel. No angels sing, just the ravens call. When the righteous rise, the wicked fall. Dust and ashes, blood and bone. The weight of the world cuts to the stone. A reckoning's coming, the hour draws near. The dark won't hide you from the things you fear. Hangs low like a judge's gavel, casting shadows on this lonesome gravel. No angels sing, just the ravens call. When the righteous rise, the wicked fall. Dust and ashes, blood and bone. The weight of the world cuts to the stone. A reckoning's coming, the hour draws near. The dark won't hide you from the things you fear. there's a shadow on the prairie where the sun won't dare to tread. Whispers in the cypress of the long-forgotten dead. The wind it moans like sorrow through the cracks of time-worn wood, and the night it holds its secrets where no man has ever stood. Oh, the dark rolls in like thunder through the hollows, through the trees. A reckoning is coming, carried on the midnight breeze. In the silence there's a story in the earth, the buried sin. The shadow on the prairie, it will draw you deep within. Cast its flicker against the cabin's weathered frame. Every step feels heavy, like a whispering of shame. The wolves are howling distant, calling out to something near, and the blood-red moon is rising, feeding on the roots of fear. Oh, the dark rolls in like thunder through the hollows, through the trees. A reckoning is coming, carried on heavy, where the secrets lie in wait. The heart of this dark country bears the weight of bitter fate. No salvation in the distance, no redemption to be found. Only echoes of the mournful in this cursed, forsaken ground. I see faces in the darkness of the ones who came before. Their cries are but a murmur through the keyhole of death's door. The crows are circling higher neath the sky of ashen gray, and the shadow on the prairie whispers, you'll not walk away. Through the cedar trees, casting shadows where no one sees.